Hello and welcome, Mark here again, and in this episode we're going to knit up the Lacy Diamonds. And as you can see there, I'm just stretching it out there over this piece of paper so you can see the effect, and it does create these diamonds. Now this stitch is worked over a multiple of 8 plus 3. It's a 12 row repeat. But don't worry, because all the wrong side rows are just purl all the way across. So I only really need to talk about the right side stitch, the right side work. And what, of course, the techniques you need for this stitch, of course, is knit and purls, of course. You will need to know how to knit stitches together, SSKs, and yarn forwards. I think that's everything you need to know about that. I think that's everything you need to know about that one. It's just a quick intro there to this is not blocked, as you can see. I've just knitted this up to show you this work, and of course it's a bit dark to see on the normal table, I think. That's why I put it underneath a piece of paper there so you can see the stitch work. But no, I think that looks quite nice just looking at it like that. So, let's get crafting, shall we? Let's move that out of the way. Right, as you can see, I've already got some stitches on a needle, ready to go. I've cast on 19. So that's me. I've put 2 lots of 8 on there, plus my 3 stitches, so that gives me 19. So it's just a small swatch that I'm showing you today. Just bring the camera closer. There we are, that should be close enough. Right, and row 1 and all odd number rows are all purl. So they just purl to end. Just me for a little sniffle there. I don't see why, it's been really hot here. So there you go, that's row 1. And that is just purl or stitches. I won't bore you to watch me do all this. So I shall meet back up with you when I'm ready to start row 2. Right, there we go. That's the row 1 done. So let's start row 2. And row 2 starts with a knit 3. Just get my needle in there. Just check the pattern. I don't want to miss anything there. That's better. I can see it there now. So of course we start with a knit 3. Just set it up there. 1, 2, 3. And now we pattern repeat. Knit 2 together. This is the start of the repeat. So you knit 2 together. Yarn forward. Knit 1. Yarn forward. SSK. And SSK is always done by slip. Slip as to knit, and then you knit those 2 stitches together to the back loop. There, that's that one. And then knit 3. 1, 2, and 3, and that is the end of your repeat. I do believe, let me just double check that. Yes, that is the end of the repeat. So we start the repeat again. So I've got another lot here, so we'll start it again. We knit 2 together. Yarn forward. Knit 1. Yarn forward. S, S, K. Sometimes a bit awkward to get through. And then of course, you finish off with your knit. Finish your repeat off with your knit 3. And that is the end of row 2. That was my needle tapping on the table there, don't worry about it. So row 3 is now just purl or stitches. So I shall meet back here with you when we're ready to start row 4. Right, that's the end of row 3 done. So now we'll start row 4, and as you can see, the cables are getting in the way. As you can see, you can already see the holes or the eyelets already there, and those are your yarn forwards, or sometimes even known as yarn overs. So row 4 begins with a knit 2. So we 1, 2, and now we pattern repeat, knit 2 together, splitting the yarn, knit 2 together, yarn forward, knit 3, 1, 2, and 3, yarn forward, and then SSK, and then knit 1. I do believe it is. Yeah, knit 1, and that is the end of your repeat. So we'll do that again, because we can do it twice, because I've put enough on there to do it twice. So we start the row again now with, start with the repeat, so say, knit 2 together, yarn forward, knit 3, 1, 2, and 3. Then we do a yarn over again, and then we SSK, we slip, slip, and knit those 2 stitches together, so the back loop, and then knit 1, which ends the repeat, and you'll have 1 stitch left, and you just knit that one. And that is the end of row 4. So of course we turn to do row 5, and of course this is just all purls, so I shall meet back up with you when we're ready to start row 6. Okay, there we go, that's the end of row 5, and as you can see, it's already forming those bottom half of the diamonds here, and there's half a diamond here already. Now row 6 has a long intro. This cable just won't seem to stretch out, don't know what it is. Maybe I need a different cable or different needles altogether. So this has a long intro. Let me just double check this before we start the row. Knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn forward, knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we start the repeating now. So we start the repeat now with a yarn forward and knit 3 together. So we need to take these 3 stitches here and knit them all together. So we slither that needle in there, catch all 3 of them, and knit them together. Then we yarn forward and knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that's your repeat. And I haven't actually cast on enough stitches to do that repeat twice. So if you've got a lot more stitches on here than I have, your repeats are then yarn forward, knit 3 together, yarn forward, knit 5, and you repeat that over and over till you get to the last 3 stitches. Then you will yarn over, SSK, oops, splitting the yarn, look at that, and then knit the last stitch. And that is the end of row 6. And as you can see, that diamond there, and half a diamond is now complete. And these are about halfway through. So we just turn to row 7, which of course is the wrong side row, which is just all purl. So I shall just do those and be back with you ready to start row 8. And there you go, I have just purled row 7, so we're ready to go. I did forget to mention that of course at the end of row 6, just complete half of your pattern. The first half, I just forgot to mention that. So now we start with row 8, and things slightly change a little bit here. So we start the row 8 with a knit 2, and now we pattern repeat yarn forward, SSK, knit 3, knit 2 together, just bring those together because one of them's a yarn over there, and then yarn over and knit 1, and that is the end of the repeat. So I've got enough stitches here to do that again for you. So we start it with a yarn forward, SSK. So we just changed these round a little bit now, haven't we? Knit 3, 1, 2 and 3. Then we knit 2 together, and of course one of those is a yarn over, so just have to get that needle in. I don't know why that's a struggle. There we go. Knit those 2 together, yarn over or yarn forward, knit 1, and then that's the end of the repeat, and you will have 1 stitch left, and you just knit that one, and there you go. That is the end of row 8. Just move that tail out of the way. Isn't that looking lovely? So I shall just turn, do row 9, and I shall be back with you ready to start row 10. Finish row 9, so now we're ready now to start row 10. Row 10 with a knit 3. There's 1, 2 and 3. I'm sorry, I was just moving a bit too far down there. So we start the row with a knit 3, then we yarn forward, SSK. You'll be a master of these SSKs after you finish this pattern. Knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn forward, and knit 3. 1, 2 and 3, and that is the end of the repeat for that. So we'll start it again. We'll start it again there. So we'll go yarn forward, SSK, keep splitting the yarn, right, knit 1, knit 2 together, just loosen that for some reason, it's a bit tight that one, so just loosen it, knit 2 together, yarn forward, and then knit 3, 1, 2, and of course the last one there, last 3. So that is the pattern repeats for row 10. Doesn't that look lovely? We've almost completed these diamonds here, haven't we? So, whoop, doing, like a spring. There we go. Doing. Right. So, I'll just do row 11, and I shall be back with you ready to do the last row, row 12. There we go. I've just finished row 11. So we're just going to start the last row, which will then complete the pattern. And then it's just repeating those 12 rows over and over. Now we start this row off. Okay, we now knit 4 to begin. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We yarn over and we knit 3 together. I'm just going to loosen those stitches so I can get in there easy enough. I don't know why I have trouble with them, because I don't really knit tightly. That's the start of the row. Now we repeat, yarn forward, knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we yarn over, and then we knit 3 together, And then we just keep repeating that. Sorry, I forgot the yarn over there. Sorry, and then we just keep repeating that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Keep repeating that till we have 4 stitches left. And then we yarn over and knit the last 4 stitches. The row 6 and row 12 are just a little bit different. You have a longer starting and the difference, the end changes. And what you end up with there, you see, at the end of row 12, the bottom half of a diamond down there. So by the time you've done these 12 rows again, you've completed a whole diamond in the middle there. But we have 2 diamonds at each end there, and 1 in the middle. So just to clarify this row again, we start the row with knit 4, yarn forward, knit 3 together, and then we repeat yarn forward, knit 5, yarn forward, and knit 3 together, and we repeat those until you have 4 stitches left, and then we complete the row with a yarn forward and knit 4. Just to clarify that, I will be writing the pattern out into the description field down below, so you've got a reference there that you can look at, and you can always write it down, because I will write those, the whole 12 rows down, and that way you can take a note of it, make a sample up yourself, and see what you think about this stitch. It's really a lovely lacy stitch. Of course, they do look a lot better once you've blocked them out. They do look a lot better then. And of course, with this pattern being the way it is, you will actually be casting off purlwise on the back. Unless, of course, sometimes you want to just work a purl row and then cast off on the right side. It does make a larger edge for sewing together if you have to attach the items together. A bit like this bottom bit down here, where these are really close to the edge. And sometimes I might work a couple of rows before I start working the pattern, just to give you that little bit more stitch work there if you need to join them together with other pieces. I think that's it. Yeah, that's everything today. So, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't, subscribe. Until next time, here on Marks Make Stitches. Bye!